Okay, this is Dorothy Holterman, and I'm the founder of Birth a Book. And I'm coming on Facebook Live because I want to announce that we have a new course coming up very soon, October 1st. It's almost here. I know everybody is just, kind of settling in to September, starting school, and getting, that feeling that it's fall and I don't know, we've got to do something new and wonderful. And I'm inviting each of you to do something really, really wonderful with me. So I see so many people I know. That's so great. Hey, Joseph, I miss you too. Sonia, Gail, Lori, how cool, Lori. Okay, so the one thing that's not on the website that just happened is that B Yoga is sponsoring me to have an open house there on Tuesday from noon to 3 o'clock so that anybody interested in the upcoming course can stop by, ask me questions. You could ask me questions now too. And you can find out about what we have planned. This semester, we're doing something really different and special. I took people on retreats this summer. And what I learned is that when we start our classes with yoga, I don't know, the classes just, really soar. People just have more and greater and more interesting ideas, and they feel physically really good as well. So we're going to start every class for the Be Yoga cycle with a creative restorative yoga class. So you do not need to be a yogi. We're not going to be physically exerting ourselves. We're just going to be really waking up our senses and coming more alive. It's going to feature essential oils. And then we're going to be having guest speakers as well. So I'm getting in some experts to share some really great tips about writing and self-publishing your book. Now, a lot of people ask me, do I need to be a great writer? No, you really don't need to be a great writer. You need to be able to write from your heart. And we have lots of people on board that can clean up grammar and get the books prepared for professional publication. We now are working on our 5th book that we have published that I'm very proud of. It started with my own book, Love Food That Loves You Back. And I'm very proud of that book. I never, ever, ever even dreamed to write a book. It was not even one of those things that people say, oh, I always wanted to do. I didn't even know I wanted to do it. I did it to increase my impact and, to be honest with you, my income. And it worked. And when I discovered how incredible the opportunities were to write and self-publish a book, I felt really called to share that with everyone. It used to be you had to get a publishing deal, and it was nearly impossible. So who knows how many millions of beautiful books were written and are still maybe in drawers, never to be shared with anybody. And I find that really sad. And how many more people had ideas for books but thought, oh, it's impossible. And the wonderful thing is it's really possible now. There's no more excuses. Oh, I'd have to get a publishing company and that's not possible. No, you can self-publish your book, and I can teach you how. So if you go onto my website, I have the link, Birth a Book Coach. There is a pop-up of me, and it will give you access to 10 essential things you need to know to write and self-publish a book. And it's a great starting place to take a look at, because you might be surprised that this is really something that you can do. Lori, you're a book birther, but would you consider doing a book club facilitator for Staten Island's Women's Who March movement. Oh, I would absolutely do that. I would love to do that, Lori. That would be great. You know, I think that would be really, really wonderful because it starts with ideas. And the funny thing is, once you feel free and you start, uh, you start to think of ideas. The problem I have with most authors is that it's not that they don't have an idea. They wind up having many ideas. At this point, I feel I could write maybe 10 books. You just, once you open up to the creative side of you, and once you understand that books are about storytelling, books are really also very much about a conversation. It's not all about in your head. It's about, what lights you up and what is going to light up that reader who's going to read it and is going to connect with you. And that's what we're going to be working on. And another thing I really want to share is that it's not so much the book, it's the life you create and the changes to other people's lives that you create, whether it's entertainment, whether it's self-help, inspiration, whether you just make them laugh and feel less alone. It's really impactful. For many of us, these are difficult times right now, and it's a great time to get directional about what's important to you and what you want to share. This course is also going to be really wonderful because we are going to be at the Alice Austin House. It'll be my second museum talk. My first was at the Robert Frost Museum, and that was really exciting when we were in retreats. So I decided when I do my course now, I'm going to see if I can get a local museum to sponsor us. And it's really fun because the authors come on board and come to the workshop, and it just feels really real when you see me there and we're talking and I introduce you. And also what's going to be happening is the next class is going to be in Manhattan in Union Square. And that will also be 5 separate dates for a 6-month course. And I'm even more excited, if it's possible, because I'm very excited about the upcoming classes, that I'm going to be doing my first Zoom online Birth a Book class. And that's going to be available to anybody in the world. So if you come on board, and I'm so glad to see so many of you have joined, how wonderful. You will get an early invitation to sign up for the Zoom class. I have just finished the curriculum for that, and I'm doing a series of videos, and we will have a wonderful community. The people who've already taken the classes are going to be invited. I really find a critical component in all this is to feel like you're part of a community that's going to support you. That's also strategically really important, because when the book gets launched, you can count on your fellow community members, your fellow authors, to support you, buy your book, give you reviews, and help you through. We have people in various stages, and we all help each other through all of the different steps. We're also building quite a few very, very talented people who do book covers. And of course, I get a telephone call. I never get telephone calls. I forgot to shut the telephone off. But they can very much support you through. They're experts, and they're wonderful. So to the point where we have Robert, who everybody loves, because he'll even just set up your CreateSpace account for you. And I have now, Renee is about to publish her book. She has just finished her editing. We're just waiting for her cover. And it's a beautiful book about how veganism enhanced her spirituality. And the name of the book is Heal Your Soul, Heal the Planet, Awaken with Veganism. And it's beautiful. And, Renee is just a hairdresser, not a writer, but someone who felt passionate about a subject, and shared her experience. Where am I? I'm on Staten Island in New York City. And she's just amazed that she took the course last semester, and now she's published a book. And the book is, I tell people, what you want to do is you want to take that book and just kind of toss it out a few feet in front of you in the direction you want your life to go. So for Renee, she was just, cooking vegan food, catering, trying to put together little workshops, but she still had to have a full-time day job. But she would love to make her life be full-time caterer for vegan events and spiritual events with vegan food. So she wrote a book for that purpose. When I wrote my book, Love Food That Loves You Back, it was because I started a career as a nutritionist I was in my 50s, and I really didn't have the 10-year plan. I wanted to move to the top of the class really quickly. So I wrote a book, and I went from having like 3 or 4 clients to having a full roster of clients very quickly, including a convent, which I really loved for a year. And suddenly Healthgrades is getting in touch with me, and they're hiring me to do video series. I'm still a health coach, so I do bring that to the table. When we work on our books, we also work on our health, because I happen to know the more health you have, the more you can really do great work in this world. It doesn't matter what it is. But the primary focus is on what makes a good book. And really, we go all the way. What makes a best-selling book? What makes a book become a bestseller on Amazon.com? And I kind of know the tricks of that trade, and it's really exciting. So far, every book that was published using the Birth a Book method has become an Amazon category bestseller. So I'm very, very proud of that. All of you who have joined will find out soon about Renee's new book. And we have another book coming up very soon as well, maybe in less than 2 months. I'm proud of this. It's my husband, Cliff Holterman, and he's just getting his book edited. Cliff has always suffered from very painful shyness his whole life, and he is writing a book about how he has learned as an introvert to function comfortably in this world. And it's filled with a lot of stories about the pain that he went through as a young man, and how he, over the years, developed new strategies to cope and love life. So that's going to be a book that I look forward to. I'm not editing. I'm barely touching that book because I'm in it, so it's a really awkward. And that brings up another topic. A lot of people say, oh, if I write a book, maybe some of the people are not going to be so happy about the book. If I tell the truth. Well, first of all, you don't have to tell all. You don't have to tell the worst thing that ever happened to you. It's not necessary. You might want to, and go for it if you want to. But, sometimes you can really skip some of the darker moments. And, sometimes you just want to share things that are of a specific nature that relates to specific readers. A memoir, just to be a blow-by-blow account of your life is probably not going to interest very many people except you. But aspects of your life, organized properly with the reader in mind, can be very, very powerful book. The talk that I'm going to be given at the Alice Austin House, which everyone is welcome to come, and which I hope will be taped, is going to be about the book writing revolution going on right now, and how celebration of full expression. So I'm very excited. The Alice Austin House was just given a National Merit Award of historic places. I'm getting that wrong, the designation, but that is now an LGBTQ designated site. Alice Austin and her partner lived there for many years and were great champions of self-expression. So I'm so honored to be given this talk there and including it in the course. So I hope that that some of you can join me for the Staten Island course. And I hope that you have signed on to my website so that you will get more information about all events as they come up. I will be letting you know when there will be some free talks that I will be doing online for people to join me. So for now, I thank you all. I just want to, so here's the beautiful postcard. I'm blessed with a very talented daughter who does my graphic work. Birth a Book, write and publish your own book. It'll be on Sundays. It'll be with restorative yoga. The yoga will start 2:30 to 3:30. Class will be 4 to 6. And the dates are going to be October 1st, October 22nd, November 12th, November 19th, and December 3rd. But you will be part of the community for 6 months. And I have just finalized that we are also going to be doing an event March 25th, and everybody will be invited to come. It's going to be the Staten Island Integrative Health Expo, and Birth a Book will have a table, and everybody will be invited. If your book is already published, you will be able to sell it there. I also offer all my authors lots of opportunities to sell their book forever. It's a lifetime, membership in that respect. And if your book is not published yet, you will have an opportunity to start developing your lists and tell people at the expo about your projects and what you're working on. And we will be, figuring out lots of other things that we will also be able to do online. So there will be Zoom meetings, and as I get more technologically skilled, we will have, lots of fun. I have friends all over the world that I believe are going to be joining us, so that will be good. And experts that will be joining us as well. So for now, thank you, and I appreciate you attending, all of you. Okay, have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.